Oh, yeah, we're searching the house. Hey, LT, there's a panic room inside the garage, downstairs underneath the garage.
So the kids were reportedly being held in a panic room.
Yeah, he said it's downstairs and it's underneath one of the garages, and he's calling it a safe room. He said something about Fort Knox, so I don't know if it has a Fort Knox door or safe on it, but that's what he's talking about. 10-4, we've got it.
This is Reporter Room with Jessica Della Davies.
Hello, Reporter Room investigators. Today we're going to be listening to the 911 call. This is actually the dispatch call in the Ruby Frank Jodi Hildebrandt case. This is where you can hear that the dispatcher was sending law enforcement and also medical aid to the house. A 12-year-old boy reportedly climbed out of Jodi Hildebrandt's house. It was apparently Ruby Frank's child, and knocked on a neighbor's door begging for food and water, and had duct tape on his extremities and rope burn bruising. This is beyond sad, so I'm going to give you a trigger warning on this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Here is part one of two parts of the 911 dispatch call. I'm going to play the second part for you in just a moment. Let's listen in.
Mike 42 and you're 42 on scene.
Copy, Kansas Drift. Yeah, but it's where he said a 12-year-old male showed up with tape around his legs Thursday asking for help, said he was afraid asking for police.
So we know that it was a 12-year-old boy.
Copy 17.
10-4.
7 Alpha, 17 as well.
10-4.
101 to back.
10-4.
10-4, you can show me 17.
10-4, he gave the name of Franke, unknown date of birth, or he did give us the date of birth, but I'm not showing any relevance to film in. I'll keep looking into that. The RP said he left through the porch of the neighbor's house. Four break 12x11 and 17 to 1014. The male does have duct tape around each ankle. He's not telling the RP why.
So
There's sores around his wrists and ankles. The RP is becoming emotional regarding the child's health.
So he has duct tape around his wrists and ankles. He's 12 years old.
Go ahead and have medical stage on this one.
Copy. 1X 4323.
Yep. 12x11, 12x14, 17, sorry. The ERP said that he left from a neighbor's Jodi Hildebrandt in Ivan's 54-year-old female. Not sure if they're related. When asking the ERP's parents, has always said his mom is Ruby Franke, unknown where she lives.
So he doesn't know where Ruby Franke lives.
Copy.
12x11, 12x17. I do have a Ruby Franke spelling with an E on the end of Franke address out of Springville. Only involvement was a traffic offense a couple of days ago.
Copy.
He's also saying that there's two of his sisters are back at the home as well.
So we know there were two other children, sisters of this 12-year-old boy who were back at the house of Jodi Hildebrandt. Why were Ruby Frank's children at Jodi Hildebrandt's house? Let's continue on.
Copy that. Control 12x11 23.
Yep.
12x11, 12x5, will you give me a 21? 10-4. 6 Delta 3 will be 82 if 1 female.
Copy 82, 1057.
Control 12X17.
Go ahead.
Do you have an address for that, Jodi?
So remember, this 12-year-old went to the neighbor's house and climbed out of the window of Jodi Hildebrandt's house. So they're trying to get the address to confirm Jodi Hildebrandt's address. She was arrested along with Ruby Frank.
Stand by 8.
Can you put that on the CAD, please?
7. Martina, go ahead.
Stand by.
1 Alpha, can you copy a welfare check?
1 0.
12X17, it looks like if you're at the looking out the front, go left, it's going to be your
Copy that, thank you. Copy.
RP and the Juve are going to be sitting out on the front porch. No visible weapons. The male is currently wearing a long sleeve shorts. And medical's 23 as well.
So they've notified medical and they've confirmed that this 12-year-old is unarmed.
10-4-18, 3 minutes, medical's in front of me. Control Force 28, you can assign me that custodial. I'll be 21.
28, thank you. 10-4, I'll send you Jodi's 27 as well.
Copy that.
312, control 1036.
Go for it.
Here is part 2 of the 911 dispatch call. Okay, here is part 2 of the dispatch audio to Jodi Hildebrandt's house where Ruby Frank's children were being held.
8 Alpha 6 will be upstairs on the 2nd floor.
Copy, do you have a unit number? 12X11, I think I may have found Dad, also a Kevin Franke address out of Springville.
So Kevin Franke was reportedly separated from his wife. What did he know and when did he know it?
Can I get a confirmation on the house on Plaza?
And also a vehicle search on Jodi. She's showing a white Lexus ES today.
Control 12X11, can you hold there? We're searching the house. Hey LT, there's a panic room inside the garage, downstairs underneath the garage.
So the kids were reportedly being held in a panic room.
Yeah, he says it's downstairs and it's underneath one of the garages, and he's calling it a safe room. He said something about Fort Knox, so I don't know if it has a Fort Knox door or safe on it, but that's what he's talking about. 10-4, we've got it, but we can't get into it. My guess is that would be where they're at.
So clearly law enforcement is looking for the other 2 children that are reportedly in the home of Jodi Hildebrandt.
He says it's a large room, it's a panic room. This one says Liberty Safe Company, it's got a big wheel on the front. I'm at the front door. On this case that we're working, we have the custodial parents of the child in the ER. She just came to our PD and then she took off when we said cops will talk to her in a second. So we're hoping maybe someone can go to this, or the cop at the ER can restrict access from her to her kids.
So it sounds like Ruby went to the emergency room when she found out her child was there, and when law enforcement tried to talk to her, she ran away.
You can relate to them. Her name is Ruby and her name should be in CAD comments.
Just confirming, this needs to be relayed to 12X9, who I'm showing at St. George Regional, or at the St. George officer who's there.
The St. George officer that's there.
10-4.
He's on scene, we're executing search warrant. I'm walking up to the house right now. 17, who's walking up to the house? Above the tile. Control 12X3, we will be 84 with Ruby, the mother.
What do you think? Leave me your comments in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.